tell me, Grant, are you feeling a little bit cranky today?
You got it before I could. Good job.
Oh, dear God. Welcome to VGX.
ChuckolaChat.
Yes, ChuckolaChat number 2.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yes.
to our VGX post-discussion thing.
Wow.
Of VGX.
I am still just so excited from that.
Oh my God, that was the biggest disappointment of my entire life. There were multiple times, I was watching it with Grant and Kuhn. There were multiple times where in the chat I said, if this really happens, I will kill myself.
I know, I was going to make a comment about that. I was like, Zane, you need to go see somebody about this? Because you're making an awful lot of this.
You got your priorities wrong, man.
Oh, it was...
Just as a disclaimer, I was at work, so I know nothing about VGX except for the Borderlands thing.
Which
Yeah,
was
well,
the
this one was
first
fun.
thing that was revealed, so that's a good segue, I guess.
Was it the first?
Segue.
I thought Tomb Raider was the first. Was Tomb
Well,
Raider before or after?
maybe. Okay, well, we can do both.
It was
Okay.
one of
Tomb Raider isn't really an announcement. It's like, oh,
Well, we all
porting it.
already knew it. Like, even before VGX even started, several things got leaked. One of which was Tomb Raider
Yeah.
Definitive Edition, because I was on the
Yeah.
VGX website and I just noticed like there were a bunch of ads for it, and I was like, hasn't this not been announced yet? So I submitted it.
Good job to Zane. The
Yeah.
Game Informed article about
Mighty
his
the
name,
Fallen.
Zane. Mighty
They
the
fixed
Fallen.
it.
They did?
Yeah, they
Did
fixed
you
it.
message them? Or what?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so they're re-releasing Tomb Raider for Xbox One and PS4, and in a previous rumor about this, it said Xbox One, PS4, and Wii U. So
Oh.
I guess
That's a shame.
that didn't pan out, but Tomb Raider is great. I loved it. It was fantastic. The story is crazy, but
Let's
other
get
than-
on to the shitty games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
Well,
probably be unpopular for saying this, but Tales from the Borderlands. That was
Did call
announced. When we were watching it, we were all like, "Oh my God, Zane totally called it," because we thought it was Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Wait, nope, nope."
Wait a minute. Something doesn't look right here.
Yeah. Grant, what's your opinion on that?
On the Borderlands one?
Yeah.
Well, seeing as I've played probably the first third of Borderlands 2, it looks okay.
I don't know. I've played a fair amount of Borderlands, and I like Telltale, but I just don't see how that world can be interesting in that format. Like it's a good world for running around with a bunch of friends shooting things, but as a single player experience, like pointing and clicking at things, I just don't see
Hey,
how that'd be interesting.
maybe it'll be good.
I haven't played anything by Telltale yet. I know they did the Walking Dead thing,
poor
so I don't really know how those games work.
Oh, well,
Poor
pretty much
bastard.
every game after The Walking Dead has been The Walking Dead, but replaced the license with a different one.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's further going into the fourth series they're doing in 2014, Game of Thrones.
They're
and-
busy bees over there.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
like
God.
before The Walking Dead, they did like one at a time and rarely did multiple seasons of anything other than Sam and Max, because nothing other than Sam and Max was popular.
And Hector.
And Hector?
They made Hector.
What's Hector? I've never heard of Hector.
I haven't either.
It's by Telltale.
Well, what? Oh, have you heard of Jurassic Park? That hidden gem?
No.
But yeah, they have 4 series going on. Walking Dead Season 2, The Wolf Among Us, Borderlands, and Game of Thrones, which is
Well, you
based on the
gotta
book,
realize
not the movie.
They got so much money from The Walking Dead, now they can do multiple games at once.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy, though. Like, I would have wanted a Season 2 to the Strong Bad game. I liked that a lot. And I never got another
Insert
season.
strong bad voice here.
Yeah, I can't pull that off.
I can't either.
So, wait, do either of you watch Game of Thrones?
No, but I know of the card game.
Have you read the books?
I have
No.
not.
Okay, so none of us have any knowledge on Game of Thrones. That's
It's a card game.
Okay.
I do know, yeah. I do know that there's like lots of like sex scenes or something in the video.
well, in the show, not the books.
Yeah.
And there's zombies.
and like
that-
yeah, they made it clear like in the in the awards they were like, so are there going to be lots of sex scenes? And they're like,
Oh yeah, Joel
Or
McHale
sex.
asked that. Which,
Yeah.
by the
And
way,
it was-
What's a
What?
sex?
Yeah.
I would like to point out Joel McHale. I actually really like Joel McHale, but he was like the worst person they could have picked to host. He was such a bad host, and he like every time any game thing chooses him to host, he always looks like he doesn't want to be there, and he always says these really weird jokes because he doesn't want to read the crap they write on the teleprompter, so he says things that don't make sense. And then whenever he did read off the teleprompter, he couldn't do it correctly, so he just stopped halfway through and was like, okay, just show the trailer, I don't know what I'm saying.
What a fool.
Like, he literally said that exact thing twice.
What? Really?
Yeah, he was like, oh, I can't see the teleprompter from here, just roll the trailer. He said
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah.
And Jeff... I've nothing wrong with Jeff. I think it's funny when he talks to Reggie, which we'll get to that at the second time that's happened.
Oh yeah, that was good.
But Jeff is a good host, but Jeff and Joel had never met before, so
Oh, really?
they said at the beginning that the first time they met was like when Joel walked on set, and they had like no chemistry at all because Jeff is like an organized person who knows what he's doing, and Joel's just like, I was hired here because I'm funny on TV. Which so okay, what happened after Tales from Borderlands was Tomb Raider, when we already covered that, and then Nintendo. And
Oh god.
not gonna lie, Reggie looked a bit cranky when he walked up.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Actually, I think Jeff even said that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He said, I bet you're feeling cranky after the information that got leaked earlier this week or something like that.
Yeah, because
people have been saying that they were going to announce Cranky Kong.
yeah, Amazon Italy revealed the box art for Tropical Freeze early, and it had
Fuck
Cranky
you,
Kong on it.
Amazon.
And and it's such a lackluster reveal. And I remember I was on NeoGAF, and everyone's just like, Nintendo's not stupid enough to do that. They're going to show X or Smash Brothers. And in
There was
hindsight,
no Smash?
no.
Oh my
Tropical
god.
Freeze is all they showed. In hindsight, though, I completely understand why Nintendo chose to only show
Yeah,
Donkey
really.
Kong, and also why Sony wasn't even there. They had no first-party games there. They had the Naughty Dog got an award and did a little animation of Joel from The Last of Us doing the Banderas, which was hilarious. Other than that, Sony wasn't there at all.
That's a shame.
No, it totally makes sense though, because it was a train wreck. They probably figured everyone would stop watching before it got to their part.
Wait, did they leave?
Sony?
Like they're like, oh, that's a shit. Let's just
No,
not
Sony just
go
wasn't
on
even.
stage.
They were gonna show, I believe, a trailer of The Order of 1886 or whatever it's called,
Oh, that would have been awesome.
but they took it out beforehand, and there was nothing there from them. Microsoft. The big thing that they kept reminding everyone, because I guess they figured, oh god, this is
have
going.
an Xbox One.
They're like, oh god, this is going terribly. Stick around because we're gonna show Titanfall at the end.
Yeah.
And
Well, they had two Titanfall things. I
Yeah.
understand. I left before the end because
yeah, okay, yeah, he was. Grant was here the whole time until the Grand Theft Auto singing. He left
Oh,
pretty
God.
quick.
yeah, they did not build up to that very well.
It was pretty awful.
Yeah.
But anyway, more back to Nintendo. Do you remember when Jeff was like, "So you only showing Cranky Kong?" I bet a lot of people on the internet aren't going to be happy about that.
Yeah, really.
And then Reggie's just like, "Well, we're showing Cranky Kong, and we think a lot of people are going to be happy." And he's like, and they got into
You're
like a
always
little.
wanting more. That's all you want is more.
They
You're
got
never
into like
satisfied.
a mini fight over it. It was
Really?
it was
was-
kind
it
of
was-
passive aggressive. Reggie's
Yeah.
just like, the fans will like Cranky Kong, and Jeff is just like, I've read some forums. People don't want Cranky Kong. It was really funny.
Oh,
And then
shit.
right before they cut out,
Oh.
Jeff just goes, "Well, I bet some people on the internet are gonna be kind of cranky. All right, let's go to our next reveal."
No. You missed the part about the meme.
Oh
Remember?
yes, well,
They were just like, okay, so how do you embrace? They were talking about like him being a meme on the internet, like my body's ready, and they were like, okay, we're gonna make a new meme right now. We want you to pretend to be Cranky Kong, and then Reggie was like, well, if you told me ahead of time, I would have brought a stick or like a cane so that I could beat you over the head with it. Okay, then, Reggie.
And after this is over, I gotta. Have you seen the first time Jeff interviewed Reggie, James?
Yeah.
Because
no.
I know I linked that to you, Grant.
I don't think I saw
was
it. No.
I gotta link that to you because it's so funny. It was at E3 in 2011 or I think or 12. Was it one of those? It was 11, and oh, it's just funny. Anyway,
Yeah.
after
Okay.
Nintendo,
Should we tell James a little bit about Cranky just because he missed it? Like,
Oh,
pretty much,
yeah.
he's pretty much
What
Scrooge
is it
McDuck.
exactly?
yeah, he controls like Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales. That's really all you need to know.
Bounces on his
He
cane.
hops
That's what
on
he's
his
got.
cane even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
And then his Kong Pow move. I think that's what they call it. I haven't really looked up Tropical Freeze.
I don't even know
but,
what
like,
that means.
Yeah,
Kung
it
Pao
looks like it's
chicken?
like a combo attack. Basically, he and Donkey Kong do this attack where they kill all the enemies on screen and then they all turn into coins.
that is retarded.
I'm sure Tropical Freeze would be a great game.
Yeah.
Question
And you know
mark?
what's going to happen is when it releases, the tagline of every article is, "This is a fantastic game, but not a fantastic Wii U game." Like every first-party Wii U game that's come out since Pikmin 3, which has been Mario.
Besides Mario,
No, that's what everyone said about Mario.
they said what?
It's one of the best games ever, but it's not a good Wii U game. And then they spend the entire review talking about how bad it is since it doesn't use any of the Wii U's features,
fuck that.
and then give it a 10 out of 10 at the end or some crazy shit like that.
This game
Like,
sucks.
read the
But it's
Kotaku
good.
review on it. I mean, the review on it. It's pretty funny and contradictory.
That's retarded.
Do you remember what was after Nintendo? Besides everyone being
Quantum.
cranky? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Quantum Break,
Yeah.
first party Microsoft title, or second party technically. It was made by Remedy, the people behind Max Payne and Alan Wake, which I'm looking forward to that. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, it looked cool, but since I don't own an Xbox One,
Yeah, they didn't. Did they show any gameplay? I don't think they did.
they showed just like a few seconds of stuff, I think.
Yeah, they showed
There
us.
was no-
They showed like a clip of someone walking around for like a few seconds.
That's the best thing you can show. Of
Well,
any
they were
game ever.
showing like a cutscene or something, and it looked really nice.
Yeah, graphically it looked really good. But they kind of just dwelled on that, and then went back to the pre-rendered stuff.
Yeah,
and-
they talked about some of the story, but yeah.
yeah, and it also, I like how in the interview, they were like, we're doing things in this game that no other developer has tried before and has never been done in any game, and it's like cough, defiance, cough, because it's like the tie-in with the TV show thing again.
Oh,
But it looks like it'll be fun.
did Defiant? Didn't that like fucking flop?
No, it didn't flop. I just don't think it's as popular as they'd hoped, but I'm pretty sure the show
Yeah.
is still going and the game has a pretty big user base.
Well, I don't think the show is even past the first season yet.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Uh,
Defiance only came out like 9 months ago.
well, either way, I heard it's a good game from everyone who's played it. I heard it's fun. The PC port apparently is awful because instead of it's apparently just bad, which is weird for a game that's like massively multiplayer.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, going back to VGX, after that was No Man's Sky, right? Or no, or was it the
No,
Tim
the
Schafer-
Division. I thought the Division.
Oh
Was,
yeah, with the Division. Okay. I'm
which
getting
was
ahead of
also
myself.
an MMO thing, sort of.
Thing.
It's. I remember when Ubisoft first unveiled that, I was like, "Are they already announcing Watch Dogs 2?" Because I thought
Wait, what?
because like when they first showed it off, it looked like Watch Dogs, like presentation wise at least.
Plot twist: it's Watch Dogs.
And I was like, well, they haven't even released the first Watch Dogs, but no, they actually didn't show any gameplay of that either. Grant, do you want to explain what they showed? Do you remember?
They showed how awesome the engine is and how awesome the lighting looks, and it does look awesome.
Yes.
But that's it. They didn't.
Is that the
basically,
only
it's gonna
game
be a
that you
beautiful
like?
game. That's all we know right
The
now.
one you were talking about?
Huh?
Is that the game you said like you were like the only game you liked?
No, well, I mean, I can't say that The Division was one of the games I liked there because they didn't show the game; they showed the engine.
Yeah. I
They
like the
showed-
engine.
They showed
Good
like
job.
bullets going through a poster and then the light going through the holes,
Mhm.
which is like
That's cool.
awesome, but
Light
that's
shafts are awesome.
not the gameplay. So, and yeah, and after that, I think was probably No Man's Sky, right?
It was either that or Tim Schafer thing. I forget which. But
Well, Oh, Tim Schafer was next, but let's go to No Man's Sky because
Yeah, that
No
one's
Man's
the good
Sky was just blew away the show. It was actually really awesome.
That's
Yeah.
the one you like?
Yes, it
one. That
was.
one's probably favorite part of that.
Oh, definitely.
My
It
fa- my
almost
fa- my
made
favorite
the
part of
3 hours
VGX.
worth it.
That it was either this or the Mega 64
Or the Grand
bit
Theft Auto 5 concert. One of those two.
that I didn't see.
Oh, that was awful.
Can I shoot off on a little tangent real quick?
Oh, sure.
I love how when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, you couldn't find a copy like anywhere. Our GameStop has like 8 used copies now.
Oh yeah,
Both systems.
yeah. Apparently, people are angry at Rockstar for something. I think it's something to do with online.
It's because they still haven't released heist mode.
Are you
Like,
sure? I heard it was other things.
well, it
like-
might be other things too, but like, I mean, I'm the guy in my circle of friends at like school who like when people want to know something about games, they like ask me because I almost always know. And every day,
Oh, yeah.
someone asks me like, "Where's heist mode?" Like, people are mad because they were supposed to have that like a week after it launched, the online launched at least, and we still don't have it.
Uh huh.
And I'm
Okay.
personally mad because they didn't announce a next gen version, which
Yeah.
I
They're
thought
not
they were
going
gonna
to.
do. No, I swear to God, they're going to. And the PC
No,
version got leaked.
Rockstar-
We know they're making a
Rocks-
PC version. Why don't
We
they-
already knew that. Rockstar explicitly said they're not remaking the game for next gen.
I call BS. I don't believe them.
I'll link you an article or something after this.
I'm not.
But
I will not buy the game until it comes out for Xbox.
so No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. I like it.
It's made by the people who It's an indie game, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Four people.
It's kind of hard to tell by looking at it.
I know.
Honestly,
Who's it made by?
Hello Games, who made the
Joe
what's it
Danger.
called, Joe Danger series.
That's
So it's kind of a big jump.
Yeah, and
This is a
'cause
pretty huge game.
this is something that got leaked beforehand. Also, this Game of Thrones and Tomb Raider were all leaked beforehand, except the trailer itself didn't leak. A person naming the game, saying who it was by, and announcing it, a clip of that leaked, and I saw that.
Way to go, guys.
And so I was just like, oh, those are the guys that make Joe Danger. That's probably going to be awful. I mean, not that Joe Danger's awful, but it's like all kiddie and stuff. I'm not kiddie. I just didn't think.
Simplistic.
I thought it would
It's like
be
a Trials
Yeah, it's like
knockoff,
Trials,
kind of.
and it's like, oh, they're just going to announce like some other type of Trials game.
I mean, it's not exactly Trials, but it's very similar.
But it's like I've heard a lot of comparisons to something called Star Child or something. Which
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, Star Citizen, which I've never heard
Yeah,
of.
dude.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm sorry, I just clipped the mic super badly. Star Citizen, my coworkers are obsessed with that,
Yeah.
like really bad.
Yeah, it looks like that. Like
Yeah,
pretty much
I've-
it's just
like the
an
first
explore the
person
universe.
simulation and shit
It's a first person thing.
Yeah.
You go around these worlds and like
in space.
discover oceans and name them and claim them as
And shit.
yourself.
That's awesome.
And you can go
Yeah.
in spaceships and like find all these planets, and apparently it's multiplayer too.
That's fucking
Yeah,
sick.
he said it's like massively multiplayer, and he said the way I feel like it's really I don't know, the way he put it was really cool. Like if you look in the distance and you see a star, you can go visit that star and find the
Holy
planets
shit.
around it, stuff like that. And
That's
it's like that's
awesome.
really cool.
Everything you were
I
saying
like
was
that.
like blowing my mind. Like,
My
Yeah.
mind.
and the
Just
art
blew.
style looks really nice too. I like it.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
about that one up.
It looked really. The colors made it look really artsy.
It reminds me of like the kind of realistic cartoony aspect of Spore if Spore graphically actually looked good.
Mhm.
It did back in the day.
Well, yeah, true. It looks like if, well, yeah, it looks good. But it's just kind of like, they didn't give a release date, did they? Or even a release
No.
window.
No,
I feel like that's not going to come out to like at least 2015 or 2016 because if only 4 people are making that game, my god. But
Let's hope it doesn't suck.
the trailer they showed, he said that the trailer was literally him just playing the game and editing footage of him playing the game together.
Really?
Yeah, so it's at least decently far into development.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I like that.
I'm looking forward to it. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
what was
and
after
it's
that,
coming to
then?
next gen consoles.
Mhm.
And I think that's all he said. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
next, God, my brain just kind of died after that.
Well, hold on. Like, should we go over the that game, the Tim Schafer thing that named
Oh
this
yeah, Broken Age.
Broken Edge or Age?
Age.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why.
Tim Schafer showed off his new point-and-click adventure game, Broken Age, that has a beautiful art style.
Is it broken?
Not from what I can tell.
Not broken.
It looks cool enough. It has
Elijah
Jack
Wood.
Black again.
Yeah, Elijah Wood.
Oh yeah, and his big announcement was that Elijah Wood would voice one of the two main characters.
Yeah. It sounds interesting, like that you can just kind of... There's two stories that you're following, and you can just switch between them whenever time you want. They're not related to each other at all, and you can just...
But they do like have like plot-wise correlations, like parallels, but they don't directly affect each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember Kuhn the whole time, he was just like, Frodo the ring, as soon as that happened. That was all he was saying for quite a bit. And they showed off another trailer for Destiny.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Except...
Still looks cool.
Yeah, it looks better than it did at E3. I thought the E3 trailer was boring as sin. But is it just me, or did it look like it was kind of quickly thrown together? Because it was just... I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't seem to really have a path to it. It just kind of like,
it was just like, here's a bunch of footage, now here's more footage.
Yeah.
And it was set to really generic sounding, albeit kind of awesome music. I don't know, it seemed like, there's a thing that people are watching, we may as well remind them we exist. Not that that's necessary, but...
Here, you want more, you can just have this thing. This will hold you off.
Should we go over any of the actual awards? Not that anyone cares.
GTA 5 won Game of the Year,
which we already knew because beforehand.
I'm pissed that it happened though. I didn't want that to get Game of the Year. It's such.
But Jeff even said beforehand that the entirety of Rockstar North had flown into the studio, so it's like, okay, so obviously they won because it's pre-recorded, and they
talk
won.
Anything about the awards? It's kind of we should talk about.
And all the awards.
The cringy ways that they did their acceptance speeches, quote.
When for best character, they always had like an in-game cutscene dubbed over by that character's voice actor, like talking about their nomination. And who won? It was those twins from BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Lettuce twins. I never finished BioShock Infinite, so I don't remember. But
I haven't gotten too far, so.
Oh well.
It was the Haze Tales people, in case you can't remember their names.
I think it's worth noting. I was going to mention this when we were talking about The Division, that Jeff on Twitter said that there was going to be Watch Dogs footage there, and there wasn't, which I'm kind of glad because I don't really want
that one game that looked like Watch Dogs.
Well, I mean, because they've shown off Watch Dogs every single possible time. There's only so much that you can see before.
There's only so many dogs to watch.
Exactly.
That's the joke that's going to make this video.
It seems like they probably had a lot more there, and it just all wasn't there.
I'm still looking forward to Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah, me too. I already put my money down, but like
I haven't. I'm lazy.
I haven't considered getting that game. I don't know what it's about.
It's Assassin's Creed in modern days. But with iPods.
Kind of.
Look up
the fucking trailer.
Sponsored by Apple.
Yes.
Sponsored by Lolzek, actually. Does anyone still remember who they are? Anyway, I think next was Telltale's Game of Thrones, where they literally revealed nothing.
We already talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And South Park, they showed that again.
Stick of Truth.
Yeah. I really want that game, but I wanted them to announce it for next gen, and they didn't, so...
What a shame.
PC release for me, then. And, they just showed a trailer of the game's typical humor, and did not give a release date, which is...
Well, I think they learned their lesson the first time.
You mean the first 3 times?
I was gonna make a joke, but, I was gonna say the first time... and the second time, and the third time, but then you just butted in and just killed it.
Well, moving on. I don't remember. Was Titanfall after that?
after what seemed like a decade long of filler, yeah, I think Titanfall was after that.
Oh yeah, they had the Donkey Kong thing. I wasn't paying attention during that.
Oh no, yeah,
He was too cranky.
no, they had this like 5-minute short film about these two people who are like competing for the Donkey Kong high score. One of which has the highest score, and one of which has the third highest score.
I know the guy who has the highest score because he's also the guy with the world record for the highest Pac-Man score, I think.
Yeah, he mentioned that too.
Yep.
I don't know. It wasn't really relevant at all. They also had like PewDiePie and Smosh do intermission things, and it was very obnoxious. Mega 64, however, I remember I was like, oh, another one of these like YouTuber interjections here.
Yeah. Wait, have you not seen Mega 64?
No, I've seen Mega 64,
Okay.
but even still, I was just kind of like, if it's the same quality as Smosh was, I can do without it. But
I was really confused during the Smosh one, because the Smosh one was the first one. I was like, is this going to be an actual announcement? And then they started talking about Half-Life, and they're like, wait, is this an actual announcement?
They kind of announced Half-Life 3 during the Smosh.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yeah, I was like,
But they announced it to come out in like 2099.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were, yeah, but I wasn't sure if they were somehow integrating like an announcement into that, and they were just, chosen to do that. I don't know. I was confused.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
And PewDiePie showed off Dying Light 5 seconds after someone else already showed off Dying Light. I'm not really sure what the point of that was.
Dude, did you see the picture that Kuhn linked?
No.
On the game trailer's Twitch, right before PewDiePie started, whoever was streaming on game trailers was like, you can press mute now.
Oh yeah, the person streaming on game trailers said a lot of funny things throughout the night. It was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, so after that, which by the way, in case you didn't know, Dying Light is basically Dead Island, but they didn't want to call it Dead Island 2, so they're calling it Dying Light. And then they showed off Titanfall, and they acted like there was going to be a big reveal. And Grant and Kuhn can pledge for me. The whole time I was like, guys, they're going to announce some beta. They're going to announce a beta for Titanfall, and it's all going to be redeemed. Yeah. And then one of the first things they did was, before they showed anything, Joel and Jeff, the two hosts, are like, so are you guys planning a beta? And they're like, we're thinking about it, but we have nothing to announce right now. And I just immediately died inside. And then they're like, now here's the big reveal. And they just showed off one of the new mechs. And I cried. Well, I mean, I didn't cry, but I wanted to. And
your man cry like one.
Then the GTA 5 concert, which sucked, and I sat through.
It sucked?
Yeah, it sucked really bad. I sat through it with Kuhn just in case they announced something else, and they did.
Yeah, just in the middle of the concert. By the way, GTA 5 on next-gen consoles.
That's what I was hoping for, like, completely honestly. I even said that. I was like, Kuhn, I'm staying here in case they announce next gen, and they didn't. So, and after the thing they revealed after it was another Titanfall mech.
Oh, well, good.
As if the first one wasn't good enough.
Yeah. Can't get enough of those.
And also, I want to point out how the whole time Jeff had this look on his face that was like, I don't know if I'm going to be keeping my job when this is over. Was that it?
That was VGX 2013.
Best 3 hours of our lives.
Yeah, really. Well, you weren't there. You missed it.
You weren't there. You were one of the last.
I was fortunate enough to be working.
And Grant was fortunate enough to know to leave when Tyler, the Creator, got on stage. Which, in fairness, out of all the people who performed, Tyler was the best, but it's not saying a whole lot.
So, Zane, what was your favorite part?
If I'm being honest, probably the Cranky Kong reveal, because I laughed my ass off when that was actually true. And I was on NeoGAF while it was happening, and NeoGAF literally crashed on me when I clicked the refresh button. So that was pretty funny. And then also No Man's Sky.
Okay. James, from what you've heard, what was your favorite thing?
From the sound of it, No Man's Sky?
Okay, yeah, get excited for that.
Yeah, take our word for it.
Like I said, I didn't watch it,
look up
as
the trailer.
It's been said multiple times. But that sounds like the best one.
Oh, I forgot something. Remedy announced another game too.
Oh,
who cares?
That iOS quote-unquote reverse tower defense, which I don't think you even need to put the word defense in the genre title if you're not defending anything, because you're attacking. It's a tower attacker, and it looks
Tower
awful.
attack. How do you attack with towers?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Boats.
Boats. Yeah,
They use boats.
Boats with towers on them.
It looked like one of those Sid Meier phone games that people say aren't very good.
Might I add, this is an iOS game, so we shouldn't even be talking about it.
Oh, well, yeah. They decided to devote some time to it, so...
That's sad.
Well, really,
Buy
it was
our
like,
shitty game.
while he was talking about Quantum Break, he's like, oh, by the way, here's another game. And he just kind of pulled out an iPad and started talking about it.
Oh, that's retarded.
Grant, what was your favorite part?
The part where I left.
Pretty early.
I wouldn't blame you if you said that.
Yeah, really. Yeah, probably No Man's Sky.
By the way,
What's that? The only good part from the entire thing?
wait, James, you weren't even there, and it still sounds like you're a little bit cranky. Wait, I've been thinking about this. Do you think No Man's Sky is a play on the word, play on the phrase "No Man's Land"?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Okay,
Of course what it
I've
is.
been
Zane.
debating whether or not it was nonsensical words thrown together.
I've been debating if I want to look like an idiot asking this or not.
Hey, don't judge me. I'm still a
weren't
little
today,
cranky.
so-
Watch yourself.
Well, I did thoroughly enjoy Mega 64
Oh, that was really
acknowledging
fun.
Ouya as the joke of the year. That was good.
Oh yeah, and they were announcing like fake things that need to happen. They're like the most necessary next gen console, and they're like, "Where's the successor to the Wii? Nintendo needs to make a new console." And then a guy comes up and is just like, they already did that, right? And they're like, "Really? Where are the games? What are you talking about? I haven't heard of this. They should probably tell people they have that."
Oh yeah, and then,
Wait, Zane.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you need a Wii to play the Wii U?
oh yeah, of course.
Oh god.
Do you know what's sad?
How many times a day
I've
do you
actually
hear
had people ask that at work.
that? Oh man. Nintendo needs help. Or Smash, whichever comes first.
They're the same thing.
Yeah.
Help and Smash, Smash sells consoles, dude.
Oh, and also when Reggie was up there, I think Joel McHale, because Reggie was like, "We're not surprised about how well Super Mario 3D World did," and Joel McHale just goes, "Really? How much money did it make?" And Reggie did not answer. So in fairness,
It
Joel,
did pretty well, didn't it?
$1 billion.
it's actually it is the worst performing. Like within its debut week, it had the worst debut week of any 3D Mario game to ever release.
Well,
But that's
To be fair, the amount of Wii U's people
Oh,
have.
yeah. In correlation to like the install base, it was actually a really good percentage. It was like 50% of people with a Wii U bought one, I think,
Exactly.
and probably the other 50% already sold it to pay for their PS4s. And also 3D Mario actually never sells well in its first week, surprisingly.
Yeah, no.
It has really good like
it's
standing.
because like most people are like hesitant to buy it, and then all their friends buy it, and they're like, "This is the best fucking thing ever," and they'll go buy it.
But really, James, in short, I would recommend watch the Mega 64 bit, look up a trailer for No Man's Sky, and watch Reggie and Jeff.
What about the viewers who didn't see VGX?
Okay, well, that's all you need to see. Everything else you've already known about. And if you like, also they should have renamed VGX to VGTTG, because it was basically Telltale Games talks about all the games
yeah.
they're making.
Grant.
Yeah.
I meant Zane.
God forbid we pull Grant back in the conversation.
You seem a little cranky.
Oh, okay. That's you.
Oh my god.
I have the feeling that's gonna be a meme.
It already is. Please go to
Oh,
NeoGaf. Please.
I just love how I'm gonna go back to the fact that I said Grant's name, and then I just completely I'm like, oh wait, I meant Zane. Fuck you, Grant. I love you, Grant. You know that. Come here.
Well, we've pretty much run our course. Is there anything else we can really say about how crappy this was?
PAX East.
Well, the people who were talking, they were showing like little sneak peeks of the GTA 5 concert throughout the stream, and the people there looked like they had no idea what they were doing.
Oh yeah, the whole time I was like, those guys must be on some really good
Wait,
drugs.
this was a live action thing?
Most of it was pre-recorded. There were a few segments that were live. The concert was live. The Reggie demo was live.
Yeah.
Actually,
the demo
no,
of the game Reggie.
No, now that I think about it, I think everything that like wasn't footage, like game footage, was live. Now that I think about it, I don't remember the exact details, but I remember initially hearing that most of it was pre-recorded.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the acceptance things, like the video of The Last of Us, people walking down the hallway,
Which was
and
great.
be like, oh, thank you for our award.
Also, was it just me, or were the acceptance things for literally every single one except for the Naughty Dog ones like really awkward?
Yeah.
Especially the Gone
They
Home people.
were.
Gone Home won Best Indie Game of the Year.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Which is bullshit. Like, I mean, I haven't even
did.
played Gone Home, so maybe it's
Didn't even look
fantastic.
that good.
Battle Block
But-
Theater wasn't even on the list.
Oh
Zero.
yeah, that's true.
Yay.
It should have been, but for the ones
Battle
on the
Block Theater,
list,
best game ever.
Papers, Please should have won.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even played it yet, but Zane says it's good.
Oh, it's so good. Like
Zane also says Deadly Premonitions is good.
oh god, I was playing with Coon earlier. That's a different story for a different time, but that's some stuff right there. Nah, Papers,
right.
Please should have won. Everyone who won was pretty BS. Yeah. What?
Sorry, my mom is running water in the background.
That's
We will
fine.
never forgive you.
Just watch Reggie, watch No Man's Sky, watch Mega 64, and then stay the hell away from everything else.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, unless you like Telltale
we
games.
pretty much said everything. We're just
Yeah.
kinda-
And if you have time, look up Star Citizen. I mean,
I still don't know what that is.
you should.
It's-
It looks really good.
basically, it's just like,
Is good.
yeah, it's free roam universe game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to look it up. I've heard a lot of comparisons that No Man's Sky looks like a better Star Citizen.
Better. I mean, just looking at the two. I mean,
Oh wait, no, that's not what I heard. I heard that it stands no chance against Star Citizen. That's what I was.
stands no.
That's better.
That might have been it.
I don't know. I don't think we've seen enough yet to give an honest opinion on.
It's better than Joe Danger.
I don't know, man.
It's not
Joe
saying
Danger.
much.
Well, actually, Joe Danger looks fun, but predictable. Anyway, this has gone on far too long, considering how
Yes.
little was actually revealed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for listening, and
We hope you stuck around this entire time. If you did, you get more Chocola
Yeah.
points.
If you were sticking around this long to expect like us to say something funny or a really good joke, then you're just as disappointed as we.
It was in the middle.
no, then
when
you
I made
get
that one
you
joke.
get to see the live Grand Theft Auto 5 concert.
Salesman sort of giant. I Somali and Mary and other various items. One time, one guy came to where I'm residing, and I didn't invite him. So instead, trying to fight him, I got violent. Long story short, he's not breathing. For some reason, I liked it, and it was really exciting. Couldn't stop the addiction, and the irony is, a couple junkies were missing, and I know right where they're hiding. Dope in the back, pretty bitch on my side. I saw dope in the back. If you try to get high, dope in the back. Pretty bitch on the side. I saw dope in the back. If you try to get high, I got the dope in the back. Pretty bitch on the side. I got dope in the back. If you try to get high, I saw the dope in the back. Pretty bitch on the side. I saw dope in the back. If you try to get high.